welcome back to our channel. From the very first moment, the fragile peace was torn apart by a cold conspiracy woven in the dark. A conspiracy that if the truth were revealed would make anyone who heard it shudder and be unable to believe it. This is not a story about simple contradictions or normal conflicts between people, but a dark journey where hands that once held each other tightly in alliance now hold each other just to push a life into the abyss. Doug and Randy, two names that seemed unable to cooperate, found common ground when facing a danger named Joey. And from that moment, the wheel of fate began to turn in an orbit with no way back, bringing everyone into the land of betrayal, evil and cold-bloodedness. Doug and Randy were not the type to shake hands easily, but in a moment of cold and criminal calculations, they found a terrifying common ground. Both of them understood that Joey's existence was a potential danger that could destroy everything they held. Dark secrets, shady business dealings. Traces of illegal dealings would no longer be safe if Joey continued to exist and opened his mouth to reveal them. Neither of them wanted to face that risk, and even less wanted to see years of hard work go down the drain just because of someone they considered weak but too reckless. On a pitch-black night, when the city was shrouded in thick fog, Doug and Randy quietly met in a hidden corner where few people went, where the dim yellow light was not enough to clearly illuminate their faces but was enough to hide their sinister gazes. They didn't need many words, just a nod was enough to confirm their agreement. Every detail of the plan began to take shape in silence, from the time, the place to the way to carry out the plan without leaving any traces. Randy, with the cold experience of someone who had overcome the scythe of death many times, meticulously calculated every step. From monitoring Joey's living habits to taking advantage of weaknesses that he was unaware of. Doug, known for his ruthlessness and ability to turn situations around at lightning speed, took on the task of preparing the tools, means, and even the henchmen ready to act when necessary. In their minds, this was not simply an assassination, but a cleanup act to protect everything they had built with blood and sweat and, of course, with accumulated sins. Joey, somewhere, still unaware that he has become the target of a vicious plot. He lives in a familiar rhythm, still believing that he has time to find a way out of the dangerous vortex. But the reality is that with each passing moment, the rope around him is tightening, pulled closer by the very hands he once thought were his allies. Doug and Randy continue their secret meetings, sometimes lasting only a few minutes but containing all the decisions that will determine a person's fate. Each time, the atmosphere between them thickens, not with suspicion, but with a cold and unshakable consensus. In their eyes, Joey has been sentenced to death before he even realizes that he is in a game whose rules are written in blood. Their plan goes beyond eliminating Joey, to covering up all traces, planting false evidence, and creating a perfect story that anyone investigating would believe was an unfortunate accident or a mysterious disappearance. They understand that the success of this mission depends not only on being quick and decisive, but also on being able to make it seem as if it never happened. As the moment of action approaches, Doug and Randy become more cautious. They avoid public contact, only exchanging pre-agreed signals, to ensure that no one but themselves can find out the clues. With each passing day, the shadow of the conspiracy grows darker, and Joey, still naively walking into the perfectly laid trap, has no idea that the silence of his two former allies is now a death sentence awaiting him. When it was all over, there was no trace, no screams, just an eerie silence. Doug and Randy left the scene like shadows, leaving behind a story that if anyone accidentally touched it, would only see distorted rumors and baseless theories. But the truth was still there, hidden deep under the dark veil of guilt and cold blood. And then, the question that haunts everyone is this just a simple payback, or is it the beginning of a series of bloodier heists that lie ahead? If you want to know what dark secrets will be exposed next, keep watching and subscribing to our channel, because what you just heard is just the tip of the iceberg and the hidden part is much more terrible.